there friends, it's Carrie and I'm back with another video to show you what we got in our most recent library haul. I did a specific video all about our Christmas activities and books and lesson plans and music and all that fun stuff in another video, so I will go ahead and link that below. These books are just part of that overall Christmas, December holiday homeschool plan, so be sure to go back and watch that video if you've not yet. I also detailed a lot of this in a recent blog post. In the blog post, I got a little more specific with our schedule and kind of wrote out how I'm going to use all the parts that I've chosen for our holiday homeschool, so be sure to check that out as well. I will leave that in the description as well. So these right here are just the books, the read aloud books that I'm going to read to my kids, or my kids can just go and pick out and read if they want. That's what these books are. Some of them are from the holiday book list that I created for you all and made as a printable over on my blog. Be sure to check that out if you need some help finding some good read aloud books. But some of them are not. Some of them are books that I just let my children pick. We normally do this by walking up and down the shelves in the library, but the library is closed to visitors right now because of the pandemic. And so we just sat down on the couch yesterday, went through the online catalog, and they picked out some favorites that way. So my library was able to pull all of these for me just in a one-day turnaround, and we were able to stop by the drive-through window today and pick them up. So here is what I got. I will highlight for you when it's a book that's on my list, so you can kind of get the feel for the kind of books that I've put on that printable list for you. And if it's something that my kids just picked out that maybe is a little more silly or twaddle-ish book, as some might label it, I will highlight that as well. But I'll be honest, some of the books that people call twaddle are some of my kids' favorites, and I'm totally okay with bringing those in from time to time. Just thought I'd throw that in. All right, let's look at the books. The first one is, maybe I'll hold it over here. The first one is The Lost Gift. This is on my printable list for you, and I'll just show you inside real quick. It's a lovely picture book. It has the nice glossy, super bright, colorful pages. I love picture books that have that glossy print or glossy page. I really think it makes the pictures stand out. And this is a story that I think, if I'm remembering right, I learned about from another mom blogger and added it to my list. So that is one that we picked up today. This one my daughter picked out is just one of her fun books, the Berenstein Bears Old Fashioned Christmas. You're familiar with the Berenstein Bear books, I'm sure, so I don't need to really show you, but I will. And this one, she has already sat down and kind of made up her own story as to how things go. This one here is a Curious George Christmas book that is on my holiday list of read alouds. So this is one, if you're going by that list, that you could pick up. Again, it's a little more colorful than the traditional Curious George books. It has a wider variety of colors, and they're a little more brilliant than some of the books I'm used to getting that are Curious George, but we are looking forward to that one. We have not read that one this year, but we've read it in the past. This is a new one that my daughter picked out, again, one of her just for fun books, and we read this today, and I think this was a very delightful story. It's about this little hippo who's celebrating her first Christmas at the zoo, and she learns what Christmas is. She doesn't even know what Christmas is, and she learns that it's all about giving to others. Really cute book. If your child loves animals or the zoo, that's a great one because there's a lot of that in there. This is also on my Christmas printable read aloud list, The Christmas Wish. This one here I learned about from the Sunlight, I believe the Sunlight book list, and picked it up that way. So this has real photography in it, and look at the Northern Lights. Isn't that nice? So this one is going to be new to us this year. I had it on my list last year and we didn't get it, but we were able to pick it up this year. This was one my son picked out, Miracle on 133rd Street. This is about an immigrant family who comes here and is missing some of the Christmas traditions from their own country. And well, actually, I don't think they're from another country. I think they might have been from, yes, were they from? I forget where it was. When I read the little synopsis of it, I want to say they're from Puerto Rico. They're from Puerto Rico. So a U.S. territory, but certainly has a different culture to it than what we're used to in our neck of the woods. And so my son wanted to hear what Christmas traditions that this young little boy was used to and was missing. And so he wanted to pick this one up. And the Little Fir Tree, this is one that has been on lots of holiday book lists and definitely a favorite of ours. We've read this one before. This is a little bit different of a version than I'm used to. The pictures aren't quite what I'm used to. It's a different style of photography, or not photography, it's a different style of art, but still bright and colorful, and I'm sure we'll enjoy it because the story is lovely. And then this is one that my son picked out that I would definitely put in that twaddle category. It's kind of in the graphic novel-ish style, but using a lot of those crash, bang, boom words. And it does actually give a pretty nice story about this little mouse baking cupcakes for Santa and just not being able to contain herself, and she eats all of them. So just a silly little story. Again, I'm fine with bringing those in from time to time. It's not our steady diet of books, but just like having dessert after dinner, every now and again we bring in a book that's just for silliness and just for fun, and we do that with our Christmas books as well. So I was only able to get 8. Like I said, the library was kind of picked over with what was left. Probably waited too long to do this, but we got what we could get, and we will enjoy these. And we've already built a fort, made a blanket fort, and put on the Netflix fireplace on the TV, and had some fun times sitting in the fort reading these. And we will continue that throughout this month. But I just thought I would show you what some of the books that I've suggested on that list, what they look like inside, in case you're wondering. Let me know down in the comments below if there are some books that you think we should add to our list for future years. And as always, I love hearing from you all, and I'll catch you in the next video.